My name is Mami Fua. I am a Ghanaian. Les week-ends à Bakechi sont très intéressants.
Bonjour les chers spectateurs, bienvenue sur Enfrenched, My Journey with French. Je m'appelle Madame Wilhelmina Appiah. Hello everybody and welcome to Enfrenched, My Journey with French. My name is Madame Wilhelmina Appiah and I'm your host. Je suis votre animatrice. Please, before I introduce my guest for today, please, as for the subscribe, they say I've been forgetting this, but I have to say it. Otherwise the video will not be posted. So please, we've done so many of this particular series. This is the sixth or seventh I have to calculate to remember. If you have not watched any, you're missing out. So subscribe to this YouTube channel in order not to miss anything that has to do with this series or anything that has to do with French. If you've been loving our channel, you really have to be a subscriber. Alright, so today I'm here with an amazing person that I met on LinkedIn. We've known ourselves for years. So hey, I'm gonna bring her on my show. She is Esther Nyarko Appiah. She's a French language and English language tutor, and she's currently in France. Bienvenue, Esther.
Oh, merci. I think I can go ahead and introduce myself. Yeah, okay. So, je m'appelle Esther, je suis ghanéenne. Je pense que c'est Esther que je commence avec ça. Je suis ghanéenne. Je suis pas togolais, je suis pas quoi. Enfin, je suis ghanéenne. Maintenant, je travaille en tant qu'assistante de langue anglaise en France. Je suis aussi titulaire d'une licence en éducation française de l'University of Education Wilma. En tant qu'assistante de langue anglaise, je pense que ça fait presque 1 an que je fais ça et j'adore les langues étrangères. Yeah, so that's it. My name is Esther. I am a Ghanaian and I'm currently in France as a language assistant and English language assistant. It's been almost a year of doing that. Yeah, I've transitioned from one organization to the other, but it's the same thing. I love languages and I have a bachelor's degree in French education. So yeah, I'm happy to be here. Merci.
About questions and answers about French, because we want our viewers to know that the learning of French can actually be fun and exciting. It can also be difficult, and yes, there are opportunities with it. So, first question I'm going to ask you: has the French language helped you in your journey, in your professional journey, or in what?
Yes, French. I don't know. I would just say French has been a blessing to me, and it has led me to places that I never thought I would be able to go. In fact, it's maybe, I don't know, 6 years or maybe, I don't know, even 4 years ago, someone told me that I'd have the opportunity to visit France, be here, stay here, work here. I might not have believed it, sincerely speaking. But because of French, I've had a chance to have a new experience in a different country, and beyond working, I've met different people, learned from different cultures. I'm still learning, I'm still meeting different people, so it's a blessing. And then there's also like extra things, like the respect you get from people just when they hear that you know French. They're like, how did you learn this? So like French has really helped me. I'm a teacher by profession, and what I do is like French basically. So yes, it's earned me money. It's earning recognition, a lot of things, a lot of exposure. Yes, I would say so. Yes, French has been beneficial to me, and I would encourage anybody and everybody to go for French, if not French, any language that you want. Yeah.
French has earned her money, cash, large, recognition, exposure. That's just a few of the benefits, and she has mentioned that. Right, so I'm going to ask you the question that people have been asking. You said they've been asking you, how did you learn French?
How did I learn French? This story is a long story. But let me just begin from this point that I didn't begin. I think I've heard Madam Wuna's story, or the moment story. She loved French from the beginning. I didn't love French from the beginning. In fact, I hated French. It was like the worst of the worst subjects, okay, for me, because, okay, as some people say, I think, I've forgotten his name, but Mr. Jesse, yes, says that we are too, but the thing is that our teachers, our French teachers, that were not very, very, very patient with us. So I had one of those teachers who wasn't particularly patient, and it was difficult for me. I intentionally went to school late because I didn't want to go for French classes. We had this morning class. Oh yes, we had French morning classes, and just so that I could miss that class, I would just make sure that I'm late. I don't care if I don't get through or whatever. I would just not go to a class because the humiliation that I would go through, I just didn't want to. So I didn't like French from the beginning. From primary, I moved to a different school, a different junior high school. That's where I met teachers that really taught the French a way that met my needs. I'll put it in that way. So I started loving it. I just realized it was simple. I don't know why, but it just dawned on me that this thing has not been difficult. Why am I going to be struggling all this while? So from there, I started enjoying it, and my BEC, I had one. Yeah, it was BEC one, so I had one in my French exam. I moved on to SHS where I did general arts, and that I also had an A in my French elective. So I was like, okay, well, I'm good in French. Thinking back, trying to reflect on what I wanted to do from there, going to the tertiary, I just realized that I've struggled with French, and if there's anything I want to do, it will be to give back to students who don't have the same opportunity as I had when I was in the primary school, with a madam for a teacher that is patient and all that. So I said, okay, fine. Well, I'll read French and then be a madam, a French madam. Yes, a French madam to help young learners learn. So yeah, I think my French it actually began in school. I know some people didn't learn their French in school, but mine was in an academic setting. So from academic setting, and now I've transitioned into immersion. As I'm in France, I'm still learning, I'm improving, I'm growing. So yeah, that is how I learned French.
Alright, so yours, she said that's not like a story of love to love.
No.
Love. If you ever watch this, she mentioned your name. She's reminding you that there are learners who are not learning the French because of the French teachers. You see?
Oh, yes.
For the sake of those who missed that episode, we had one of our Francophone brothers here. I interviewed them on the show, and he was saying that every Ghanaian that he has met complains that because of their French teachers, they are not learning French. It's not true. It's just that we Ghanaians don't want to learn French. This is who loves French telling you that in the beginning, because of it, you didn't love it. Okay, so that means that's a problem. It's a major problem. And now that you have also become a teacher, and then a different teacher inspired you, and you also now want to give back, what word of advice do you have for French teachers, basically out there? Because we know that sometimes it's a frustration. There's this level of frustration when you are teaching French learners in Ghana. You know, I mentioned that also. They're not ready to go with what you are teaching them. You know what works for them, and they don't want to go with it because they think that, oh, I learned English this way, so I want to also go this way. So what is your advice to, first of all, to our French teachers, and then to our French learners?
Okay. So before coming to France, I thought when it comes to language learning, you have to force a child to learn. Like the child should get it. Like you have to get it 100%. Why should he do get it? But when I got here, I realized over here they're learning English, so we have to learn with English. But then there's this kind of there's no pressure. Like I think first of all we pressure learners very much in Ghana. There's this bar that we set on our own for them that you must hit it. If you don't hit it, it means you are not good enough. But it's not true. Okay, so we should be patient. It's not a language that we are used to. There are some letters like with the accents and all that are new to us. Okay, so please stop setting some bars for learners. Don't. Okay, we are doing our best and we are doing their best. Because I know that when I was young, I was doing my best. It's not like I wasn't doing my best. It was my best, but my best was not enough. Yeah, so please cut them some slack. Yeah. And number two, I'll talk about the methods. Okay, the strategies that we use in teaching and learning. Some French teachers don't really put a lot of effort into tailoring their lessons to the needs of their learners, the materials that they use. Over here, what I've realized is that they invest a lot in materials, in books, in audios, in things. We should do that if we really want the language to be enjoyable to our learners. Then we should find a way to meet them as their, their whatever, right? It should be appealing to them. So if you know that you're addressing young kids, know what catches their attention. Use those things. They can be cartoons, they can be whatever. Introduce new CLRs. Use things that will really, really get them. So don't stick to the traditional things that we know, but try to go outside of the box. Invest in do whatever you can do to make them get it. Yes. And then a word of advice to our learners. Some learners are just like that. They just don't want to learn the language. They're like, this French is too hard. So they just shut their mind. But it's not true. My dad, when I was growing up, my dad used to say something. Initially, I thought this man was not being, reasonable, right? Because he used to say that in this world, there's nothing that a person can't learn. Even madness. If you practice madness, you can become mad. That's what he used to say. I'm like, this man. Yeah, he used to say that because when I was growing up, I was terrible at math and in French. Mm-hmm. And so the math, he used to say that me, when I was growing up, I was very intelligent. And in this world, there's nothing that a person can't learn. So he went on and on and on. I wasn't agreeing with him. But at least I realized that it's true. I realized that when I got to a GHS, with a little effort, the French became easy. I was also bad at math, but at the SHS, I said to myself that I will not leave SHS being bad at math. And I learned the math with everything. It was with seriousness and prayers. I just committed my all to it. Yeah. And it turned out that I think about 2 terms, I became so good after 2 terms. And I started teaching other people math. Me that I think at CHS, my highest math score was like maybe 50 as at Form 3. Seriously. It was that bad. I was so terrible at math. Okay. But I put my mind to it and I was able to do it. So like in the words of my father, please I'm quoting my father, in this world, there is nothing that you cannot learn. A person is able to learn anything only and only if he puts his mind to it. So please, stop being lazy. Stop giving yourself excuses. Stop saying that it's too difficult. They are all excuses. If Madam Wilma, I keep saying Madam Mina because I call her Madam. If Madam Wilma has been able to learn French, she's like Ghanaian, a full-fledged Ghanaian, like fully Ghanaian. I'm also fully Ghanaian. So please, if someone has done it, you can do it. So take that key that you have used to lock your mind, open it up, and then everything will be fine. Yes, that's what I was saying.
Oh, that's powerful. That's powerful. Then just to add to it. So with regards to what you said concerning the teaching materials. Actually, when I went to France, I realized that was where, I think I've said it in other episodes, I don't want to go too much into that. That's when I realized the major challenge with our teaching of the French language. Here, we teach the language in big, okay, and so
Yeah.
we are made to teach it with English. So it's like, you say, M bonbon is a toffee. Manger means to eat.
Yeah.
They call means a school, right? But there we realized it was they use more of images and then actions. You have to go and watch a video and come. I didn't go as a lower level learner, so I didn't get the very basic ones. But at our level, what we were looking at was you go and watch a video, you come and tell the story, you come to class, you read a book, you come and tell something from your country, like various presentations, things that forced us to speak the French. We did not make use of English at all. We were different people from different countries. I always say that when I went to class the first time and I saw the number of nationalities in the classroom, I thought, wow, this teacher must be super intelligent. She speaks all these languages, right? Because I thought she was going to use our various languages to teach us the French. Only for and all that she was French. I said, yeah, you will.
Yes, there's no translation. It's just you will get it by this, by sign, by whatever. But this, the translation part you will not get it.
They gave us, I thought when they said translation, I was wondering, okay, so every language will have their own translation. They gave us pictures to translate. Share. It's not your different, it's images that were, so I realized that, okay, so that's what is missing in our learning. You're supposed to have from imagery to memory. You're supposed to have from sound to memory, rather than going through the English language. It's stressful from the start, but it's so fast. Within a few weeks, you are just speaking it. So went to class, different people who all of us did not understand it. I mean, I'm in class with an Italian, a Spanish, a Chinese, a Japanese. How are we going to talk? We have to find something to say. So our French was terrible, but we were speaking it. Because then you can talk to your classmates. You cannot speak their Chinese, they cannot speak yours, so you have to speak their French. Even if you are speaking nonsense, you will say it. With time, as we tried to speak it, we got better. As we went to class and learned more, it got better. As we interacted with our classmates, the people in the community, as we did our presentations, we got better and built more confidence, and we realized that making mistakes is part of the journey. Making the mistakes boosts your confidence, because once you make it, you are not shouted at. You're not told that, there's no beating, there's no shouting at. It just makes you realize that it's part of it. But this is how you should say it. Let's go this way, right? And so when I started teaching French, people have been telling me, you are too patient for a French teacher. You smile too much. You're not a proper French. You're not a proper French teacher, because how can a French teacher, you're teaching French and you're always laughing? You're supposed to be angry all the time. And so I'm not like that. I understand that it's a struggle. I understand the difficulties that come with it. And I know you are making an effort. The effort is all that I require. So when you make it, I'll gently let you know that, okay, you've done so well trying, but this was the mistake you made. Say it again, let's put it right. And then we put it right. And then when I started my online lessons, some of the parents sign up their children, and after like a few days or so, they expect that the child will be able to say this or this or that. And I'm like, no, I don't teach my friend that way. I'm very patient with children. So if you want me to rush your child, it's better you take your child off my course. I don't rush children. That is one expression I always say. I don't rush children. I don't rush children. So if any parent, usually when people come to my class and they are in BEC level, like they're going to write BEC, and they come, I say, no, I cannot teach somebody who's going to write BEC.
Yeah, because they're expecting magic results.
But we don't do French with rapid rate. If you want it to be well, you have to start early. You don't wait for the exams to come.
Yeah.
It's difficult. I cannot do that to the children. It's like you're punishing them, and I cannot do that. Watch a child and then let the child go through pain learning. No, I want the child to first enjoy it. So in my class, the goal is first to let them fall in love with the French language. You don't need to have everything correct. You should be able to say some of them. That's okay. Make some mistakes. Just give ourselves 3 months. Even sometimes within a month, the transformation that the parents see, they ask me, what are you doing to my child? What have you done to my, why is the child, why have they, suddenly there was a boy whose parents, that was in TAKORADI, when we started in TAKORADI's own hasn't worked out, honestly, but the first time we started, one parent called, fortunately, she didn't get me, she got my husband, because we worked together, she got my husband, and she told my husband that her child hates French, okay, but she wants to force her child to learn, and then my husband told him that, oh, as for Madam Wilma, you should meet Madam Wilma. Madam Wilma can make him love French. So when he told me, I said, no, if the parent said the child doesn't love French and she's forcing the child, you should have told them that, no, Madam Wilma does not accept children who have been forced to learn French. you know. So it's good that she got him rather, because I would have told her I cannot take the child. If the child wants to learn, I'm going to have the child. But if you, the parents, are forcing the child to learn, I will not accept that child. But because he accepted, so the woman got the child. Initially, they used to even send me homework from the child to help him with that and all. Within 3 months of starting the class, the guy was getting 100% in class. The mother was asking, what have you been doing? What have you been doing to my son? He was teaching his siblings their homework. No more sending me homework. Teaching the siblings their homework. Everything just fell in place, And she was so happy, and I said, yes, for me, that is it. I'm very different. So I always thought of that. I said, if she had called me, that would have been it. I would have But my promoter number one.
Yes.
The child.
That's promoter.
Things turned out well. So teachers, let's be patient with the children. It's not their language.
Yes,
we all know that when we were learning, we were frustrated. We know how we felt learning it. So we should also be patient with them. Not just the children, but the adults too. As for the adults, we try to be patient with you, but you're not ready to work. As for adults, your matter is different. I'll come to you, adults. Adults, listen, teaching children is easier than teaching adults. That's one thing I've noticed.
Oh, yes. So I think, first of all, adults, we are so self-conscious. We don't want to make the mistake, so we don't speak.
Exactly. Adults don't want to make the mistake. They don't want to speak. So that's because they don't want to make the mistake. They don't want to speak. So it makes the progress slow. And you, the teacher, you're also struggling because of that.
Yes.
How when you encourage them, they're ready to try again. They'll try everything that you tell them. Adults, you will tell adults the guidance you, they will not use it. They'll come back to class and tell you that. But
learning a language as an adult requires more discipline. Like once you go, you require more discipline. And I think for adults, the person should really have a clear goal. If the person doesn't have a clear goal, the teacher will struggle because there is no dedication towards his study. But if he knows, okay, in the next 3 months I have a job offer. If I don't learn the language, I'm not getting it. The person will be serious. I think I really like working with people who have clear goals for adults. I know that this is where I'm heading to. This is what I need a language for. So I know my commitment I'm making to it. But those who are just like, okay, let me just, learn French for, they don't care.
Lessons like three times. It's frustrating, and they don't understand. They think that, oh, I'm paying you. No, it's not about you paying me. So progress. If it was about the money, I mean, by more, But as I'm teaching you, I want to see progress. So I'd rather not take your money than to take your money and then you are not making any progress. So please stop that. It's not good. All right, so about the materials, yeah. So when I started teaching children, I realized that the available materials were not like what I wanted. So I started making some myself. I'll draw something, I'll write something. I said, why don't I just turn all these into books? I also realized that the books at the lower levels did not tackle the problems, those problems that are at the lower levels. So that's why they get to a higher level and they are struggling, because the books that are made available at the lower levels have people who have learned at the higher levels. They have learned at the higher levels, so they don't understand the things happening at the lower levels. So I started writing books and doing things that are in line with what should be for the lower levels. And funny enough, some of the teachers or schools will contact me and ask me, oh, in your books, is it like this? Does it have comprehension? Does it have? I said, no. My books have comprehension. I'm targeting children's ability to pick vocabulary, identify words, speak a few expressions, be able to say je mange and act with it, be able to say je parle. They should see the image. They should commit it to memory. They should hear the sound. So every book that I made, I did not put English in it. It's just the image and then the French writing and audios for every material that I make. So that when the child is learning it, they are listening to the sound, giving them the correct sounds, right? And people were like, you should have had English in it. Like when after the meeting, they should see English before they see. I said no. So
No, I mean, if we don't change those things, the children will never really learn.
exactly. So most schools, the few schools who read out for my books are enjoying it. And some of the parents who have bought for my books, they realize it's different and it's effective. But then there are others who feel like this is not the traditional way we do it. This is not how it's done. We don't want that. But I'm so happy about the impact that my books and the flashcards have made. The comments from even some bought it from outside of Ghana during the COVID time. Some of these books are in America. Somebody bought it all the way to Australia. I was super excited that she videoed her children, listening to the audio and repeating it. It is like when I see it, I'm so excited because that is how it should be. The material, so it makes it difficult. But some of us are trying our best, and we are expecting that. Please come and buy, come and buy.
Yes, come and buy. We will come and buy.
Okay, so let me still ask you on LinkedIn, what drew me to your profile was the wonderful things that you were doing with the children because I love children, and then I see you and you are teaching children in France and you're dressing like an African and all of that. Like that opportunity, I did not have it. I went to France in 2007. We did not have some of these things here, but my parents used their money to send me, and I was in Abuja chopping money from Ghana. It was a struggle. So and then we didn't have these opportunities to teach and then be paid. It was that way. So whenever I see your images, I'm like, I feel like it's me doing it. I'm just kind of living it through you and enjoying it. It's like I'm enjoying my life through you. Please let me know, how did you get to do that? How did you get that opportunity, and how has it been like?
Okay, so how I got to do the whole language assistant teaching and all that. So my mission started last year, December, with Françomonde, and how I got to France was the whole thing. Earlier July last year, I saw the application. Well, a friend posted the flyer on one of our platforms. I was still in school actually. I graduated last year, and I applied for the position. It actually requires just your CV and a cover letter to apply for that. So I applied for it. Went through two rounds of interviews. Yeah, and finally was selected. And yeah, my mission began in December. Let me quickly talk about maybe some of the perks, like some of the advantages or some of the things you start to get when you go through this way. With Françomonde, I think your whole thing is catered for. Some even cater for your visa, but for me, I didn't have my visa catered for, but I know a volunteer who went to a different place who had his visa catered for. So your plane ticket, your visa could be not, your accommodation, it's all covered, and then you get monthly allowances as well. So Françomonde is like a full package, right? Volunteering is like a full package. So it's something that I really, really, sell to people if you are like into French or something. And yes, the requirements, you don't really need to be like a very high level in French. No, you just have to do something like basic French. You should have like just a beginner or something. You should know something in French. So it's actually quite very good. And the missions come in different forms. What I came with was with in terms of language. So I came to help with English and then also share my culture. So that's why we're seeing a lot of cultural stuff. And I love Ghana. I love Africa. I love culture. I just love everything. And yeah, so it was a pleasure for me. So we have that kind of mission. We have missions with elderly people. People who come to help with elderly people with they have agricultural missions as well. They have sports missions. So it comes in different forms. And so whatever mission you think you'd want to go, if you see the advert and it's about that mission, you can just like apply for it and go for it. Let me just tribute it. Someone asked me where they can find Françomonde Ghana on social media. I think the only social media I know for Françomonde Ghana is Facebook. So if you're listening right now, you're like, okay, how do I find people on Facebook? Just enter Françomonde Ghana, and then you can go through their posts and all that. That will help. And currently, I am on the program, the TAPIF program, teaching assistantship program in France. That's different from Françomonde. Okay, so with this program, you pay for your whole thing. Okay, so yes, in case you have heard TAPIF and you're like, oh, I'll go and do some, please. You cater for everything. So from your plane ticket, your visa, your accommodation, it is all on you, right? So some of the requirements for TAPIF, you need to have an amount of for when we applied December, January, the amount required was 1,500 euros. I don't know if it will increase the next time, because it wasn't that. I think it was 1,000 euros at first, but it just changed recently. So I don't know if there will be an increase or not. So plus or minus. So you should have that amount in your bank account if you intend to apply. You should have a minimum French language requirements of B1. So you should be at least B1. If you're not B1, you can start working towards it. You have a couple of months. The application opens in December and then closes in January. So you have a couple of months to build up yourself. So B1, you can work towards that. I think it helps if you have experience in education. And for me, that was like an advantage. I've had internship as a French teacher. I had already done Françomonde, the service civic thing. So Françomonde, I already done it, so I had this experience. So it helps if you have like a teaching experience, because they're going to teach French here. So TAPIF is then teaching, right? Teaching English language, but with the Françomonde, that is service civic. That's how I also say it. There are different missions, but for the TAPIF, it's just teachers. So it helps if you have like a teaching experience. So if you don't have any teaching experience, try to find some. Just like my advice I will give you. You can say, okay, I'll not do. It's not a problem, but I would advise that. A lot of people are going to apply. Honestly, I didn't know a lot of people applied like that. I thought we were not many, but a lot of people do apply for TAPIF. So try to stand out in your own way. Okay, so add things that will, get you there. Things that will get you there. So get some experience. It can be maybe 3 months internship somewhere or anything at all. Any other requirements for TAPIF? I think that's the best. Yeah. So have your language on point, a little bit of teaching experience, your money, your bank statement, yes, please. That amount. If you don't have that amount, I'm not sure you will be. Yeah. So please, And so TAPIF, when you apply, you are called for interviews. It's a short listing. So if you're shortlisted, you are called for interview. If you are not called for interview, it means maybe you didn't go through, right? But once you go through, you are interviewed, and then another shortlisted to let you know if you've been qualified or not. So, and that is the process with TAPIF. Also, Françomonde and then TAPIF. Yeah, these are the two things I have worked with. For now, I know that I might get to know more in the future, and I'll share it, when I do. So that is it.
Okay, so from what you're saying, just listeners, just in case you didn't get, I said listeners, I keep saying listeners because of my radio program. So viewers, in case you didn't get that, what she's saying is that there's a Françomonde there, the plant. Viewers, in case you didn't get it, she said there's Françomonde there. France Volunteer has various missions. Okay, it can be agriculture, it can be health, it can be education. That is it's a variety. Okay, and then everything is catered for. That one, everything is catered for by France Volunteer. And then there is a TAPIF. For the TAPIF, you have to have money. Money is the first requirement. Okay, have a teaching experience because it's a teaching role. Okay, so that's the summary. We will provide all of that here so that you can go and check out those pages. Then, Esther, you said that when you did a fund volunteer, you were in school. Does it mean that you deferred a course or like how did that work?
Oh no, I applied when I was in school, but my mission, I graduated, well, in September, like yeah, and then my mission started in December.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was out of school, fresh out of school, and I had the opportunity to travel. So
That's amazing.
yeah, it was a win for me. It was a win for me because if it had begun earlier, I couldn't have gone. But yeah, I had that chance. So yeah.
Hey, she finished in 2 months, but no one near you for your say.
It was such a blessing. It was such a blessing.
It has to be impressive. Okay, so I want to wrap up, but before that, I want to ask that there's this thing I keep saying that people say that the international languages are a threat to our foreign languages, to our local languages. What are your thoughts on that?
Okay, international languages are a threat to our local languages. I don't agree. Let me just begin from there. I don't agree. I don't think they're a threat to our local languages. Because, well, first of all, okay, I don't know. I think when I hear this thing, it really arises things in me. So, everyone, okay, every child that is born, okay, oh, should I say, maybe not every child, but then I think like 90% of us are born in Ghana. We learn our local languages first. We don't learn French first. We don't learn English first. I didn't know. Okay, I don't know if some people do. I think some people do their house, like maybe they learn English and all that. But then the majority, we learn like our local languages and we know them. I'm sure you know your local language, Madam Wilma, don't you? You do. I also do. And I'm learning French. I've been learning French. I don't think French is a threat to my local language. Okay, so some people will argue that we are giving much attention to that, and we are not pushing kids to learn this, and that. But let's be frank, see, in this world that we are in, we know what opportunities are. Let's just be honest, and then we know what is needed to get these opportunities, right? And so it's beyond, I mean, fighting for which language should be learned, this, and that. It's about finding what is needed for the next thing we want to get to. So if you're looking for a job and then you are needed to know French, will you say you will trade it for cheap? Because for what? No. Will you eat the language? No. You won't eat the language. So please, I think we said I saw one job somewhere. It's really something that I can do. But then they were looking for a French, like someone who knew French and German. And it really pained me because I don't know German. And so if I had known German, I would have been able to do it. And so let's look at like the larger benefits that we start to gain. Our local languages are not going anywhere. They aren't going anywhere. In our home, for my parents, I speak Chi. I don't go English or whatever. Even though my mom is a teacher, she's an educated person, but we still keep the language with it. I love my language. I love it. We are not saying we don't have it, but please let's stop trying to. And I keep saying that most of these arguments, it is just from a point of pain. Yes, and we are colonized by these people, and so we should. If we are pushing them out, we should push even their language out. We shouldn't take anything from them. Then please don't take lies. Don't use lies again. Please don't wear your sign down boutique. Don't wear it again. If you are pushing, let's push everything out. We just allow some things to. No, please. There's much more we start to hear learning languages. Like I said, it has given me exposure. It has given me a lot of opportunities. We get to experience a lot of things. We are able to trade. I know people who have used French to trade into different continents. And if it was only she, how would they have done it? They wouldn't have been able to do it. So please, look at the larger benefits. Let's stop the unnecessary arguments and this and that and that and that and that and that. If you have a chance to learn a language, please do so. We're not saying that trivialize the local language. No, we love our local. We love them. I love Chi. Please, I'm so proud of Chi. And as I'm speaking English like this and doing French, he might be speaking to you, be like, hey, this girl, she can speak to you. So it's not abandon our local languages, but then yes, then we know that where we need to use like all of them. So French functions here. This is where I want to go, and so this is what I would need. Okay, for example, if you are looking, I would want to. I'm looking forward to one day in a diplomat program, and a diplomat. You can't tell me a diplomat. You only know Chi. In which land? In which continent? For what reason? No. So it's not no. Why are you going, my sister, my brother? You need a get it to stop these. I don't know. I'm from this country. I'm from this ethnic. I'm from this race. I'm just sticking to it. Please, this world has changed. It's changing, and you will need it. Not just in language, in terms of technological skills, everything that you need to build up yourself as an individual. Please go for it. Stop being attached to unnecessary things and do what will help you and be good for your life. Okay? Yeah.
Those who say that, I think I'm going to say that. Those who say that, say it from the point of pain. I'm going to take it from that angle. So let's look at the opportunities that the international languages offer us rather than looking at it from an angle of pain. All right, before I wrap up, I want everybody watching me to know that if you have not subscribed to this page, kindly do so. I am Wilhelmina Appiah. I have been learning French for 25 plus years. Oh my! I've been teaching it for the past 10 years. That is, let's say, I've been teaching it for real. Apart from that, I started teaching it a long time. I love to teach French. I love learning French. I love to teach French. I find French easy, so I try to teach people in an easy way. If you have not followed any of my pages, please do so. On Facebook and Instagram, it's Wilhelmina Appiah. We also have Achiever Success Hub on Facebook and Instagram. This is my YouTube channel. I've already told you I've written books. Yeah, I've written 15 French books, textbooks, activity books, flashcards, every material that you need to learn the French, it is there. And to make it even better, j'ai ajouté des audios pour vous lire les contenus des livres. Okay, I've added audios to read out the contents. I've added audios to read out the contents of the books. Okay, so that your sounds are right. Because if you're learning French and you're just learning it from a paper, it doesn't work well. You have to hear how it's spoken, how it's said, how it's read. Reading of French comes with a rhythm. You don't just stop anywhere. It's a line. Je m'appelle. You don't have to je m'appelle. No. Audios to let you have your French sounds, let you have your French rhythm. Okay. So parents, if you have not bought any of my books, it's time to look for my books. And the good thing about that is that you can just let the audios play and give the children the books to learn it on their own whilst you do something else. You can at least reduce their screen time and let them make use of touch the books. Children are so attached to screens now. Sometimes people ask me, oh, why didn't you add videos to your books? Apart from the expensive nature of video production, the listening to it and touching the physical books, these have gone out of the system. Okay, so let your children be able to touch the books, open the books, flip the books, know the importance of books, touch. Children of today are just about videos, visuals. No, we want them to be able to be in touch with the things around them. Hold the book and love the book. Know that the book is one of the fun things that they can have. And not just that, as they're opening the book, flipping it and learning from it, they are hearing the sounds, the words. Also, those of you in TAKORADI, Accra will come to you. We will definitely come back. So this one is for TAKORADI. Those of you in TAKORADI, Accra people are jealous of you. Accra people are they are jealous of you. Please, this year, the Be Enfrenched 25, you should not miss it. Be Enfrenched is a French and cultural event which gathers children from various schools. Some do dancing, some do choreography and dance, some do poetry, cultural performances, everything in French. The goal is to let many children take the stage and be in charge. It could have been a quiz, it could have been a spelling bee. No, but that one favors just a few, right? We wanted to come up with a concept that will allow more children, whether the child can speak French fluently or not, they should be able to mount the stage and dance. They should be able to mount the stage and sing. They should be able to mount the stage and dress like an African, dance like an African, act like an African, right? So they are enjoying being African, but also enjoying being able to do something in French, even if they are not very fluent. So Be Enfrenched, that's the goal of Be Enfrenched. Last year we did it. If you have not checked out my page, check my page for the number of children that took the stage, the confidence with which they spoke, and I'm proud to say that we are the first in Ghana to have ever organized such an event like that, and the confidence with which the children mounted the stage and acted, the parents were just in awe. Oh, they enjoyed it. So this year we are doing it again, but this year we don't want it to only be of benefit to just the JHS learner. We want everybody who wants to learn French to enjoy it. So for this year, the first part will be those acts, those wonderful acts. The second part will be career guidance. Career guidance on the opportunities that come with learning French. Some of the opportunities are what Esther has just spoken about. We're going to tell you more. Ghana has joined La Francophonie. We want to explain to you what La Francophonie is. We want you to understand what the benefits are for Ghanaians, okay? And we want you to understand what the benefits are for your children and yourself with the French language. So we'll have French professionals. Some are coming all the way from Accra to be in TAKORADI to share this wonderful time with us. Please, don't miss it. Don't let your children miss it. Listen, we don't have sponsors. Last year we made it free, but because we don't have sponsors this year, we just decided to take a small token. That's just 20 cities. So whatever that is, 20.
Thank you so much. It's with you.
So the 20, the funny thing is, my people, sometimes they make me sad. Last year when it was free, we didn't have sponsors last year. We don't have sponsors this year. When it was free, we said it was free. People called to ask me if we provide transport to bring them to the place.
Oh.
We are hiring a venue. We are hiring a venue. We will refresh you. All these people who are coming to do something and
there was any refreshment.
I'm telling you. This year, when we said we are taking 20 cities, now people are asking me if we will share souvenirs. Souvenirs. Let's have this vision. Let's all be a part of it because and love. People keep calling me to Accra, but I said I love TAKORADI. TAKORADI also deserves the best, and I want this gift that God has given me to be a blessing to my region before we take it anywhere else. So definitely we're going to go to Accra. Next year we're coming to Accra. Please. Oh, yeah, we're going to Accra. TAKORADI will show you here.
Please come to Kumasi too. I am advocating for Kumasi people here. Please come to Kumasi.
We finally get sponsors. We will go to every city. It's really cost intensive, and because we don't have sponsors, we are just taking it one step at a time. Yeah, but we believe that things will work out so that we'll be able to all the cities in Ghana. Yeah, so please, TAKORADI people, don't miss it. Don't miss Be Enfrenched 25. Ok, donc on a parlé trop d'anglais. Je ne sais pas si les gens croient qu'on parle français. Donc maintenant, j'ai l'opportunité de parler un peu de français. Si vous avez des conseils pour nos observateurs, les spectateurs, écouteurs, on dit écouteurs normalement, auditeurs, oui. Est-ce que tu as quelque chose à nous dire avant de terminer?
Oui, je veux juste dire que si vous voulez apprendre une langue, si c'est des Français ou des Chinois, mais Français, essayez d'apprendre le français. Et donc, si vous voulez apprendre ça, je vais vous conseiller que vous commencez maintenant. Ok, il faut que tu commences maintenant. Ok, parce que si tu entends, tu vas dire, oh, ok, l'année prochaine, je vais faire. L'année prochaine, je vais faire, mais ça ne va pas jamais arriver. Donc, commencez aujourd'hui, commencez maintenant, et tu vas voir les résultats.
Okay, et en anglais, tu vas dire quoi?
Okay, so I'm saying that if you want to learn any language, if whether French, whatever language, but I mean, I would want you to learn French. Yeah, so you have to start now because if you say, okay, next year I'll do it, next year I'll do it, you might not do it. Okay, so start now and you'll see the results very soon. So yeah, that's it.
Okay, so start now. Don't keep saying next year. Next year will come. They say next year. Next year will come. They say next year. Next year, nah. The opportunity will come and then you will miss it. Apprenez le français maintenant. Apprenez d'autres langues maintenant. Comme ça, s'il y a des opportunités, vous pouvez les accéder. Et avec la langue française, vous avez plein d'opportunités.
Ah oui.
Surtout pour les Ghanéens, en ce moment-là, le français est un grand atout. That is why our theme for this year's Be Enfrenched is la francophonie, le français, un grand atout. Okay, the francophonie, French, a great asset. So, French has so many opportunities to offer. We have experienced it. We have seen people who have experienced it. We know what it does, and that is why we are telling you to learn French. It's not because we want you to stop speaking your local language. Me prefanta mama ye mu hwe po ye me kasa radio da pasa ka mama ka wo ka mama ka find ka ko posta wonani mama ni usande se sia French na o ma wo fanta no ko onye lo kreda se twi so wo ka chia wo betimi ka French wo betimi ka Spanish and say that let's do our best. Let's position ourselves to access these opportunities that are coming, especially together because of our membership with the francophonie. Merci tout le monde de nous avoir regardés. Merci Esther d'être venue. J'en suis vraiment reconnaissante. Okay, so till we meet again next time, please don't forget to subscribe. It is au revoir.